What's up, poker players? Hope you guys are crushing the tables. Today we are going to take a look at my session from last night. Some interesting spots. Another winning session that now makes 13 in a row. I'm just on a heater right now, but I've been running really good and I am due for another downswing. So I gotta be careful and be wary of it. Not jump up stakes too quickly. There's my last 13 sessions, still all in the green. Hopefully that trend continues. I know it won't, but I'm enjoying it. Biggest win of the night came in this hand. I'm sitting at a 10 NL table. I'm already up 2 buy-ins on this table. Under the gun, limps. Folds around to me in the small blind. I just checked to see a flop, wind up flopping trips. He's got top pair, top kicker. I fire a bet right away. He raises. I just call to not give away my hand strength. Check the turn. He bets. I raise back into him. He calls, and at this point, the stacks are, his stack is about the size of the pot, so he was pot committed already, but now he's definitely pot committed. I think my 5 with the ace kicker is going to be good here. Pretty much all the draws that were there missed. If he does have a 5 jack, 5 9, or 5 4, good for you. If he has pocket 9s, pocket jacks, good for you as well. All those hands beat me. I think that this player has shown a lot of interest in the pot and isn't going to be folding too many hands since he's already called, and he is pot committed here. So I'm going to put him all in with my 5 ace kicker, and he does make a call with the jack ace kicker, and I'll pick up a very large pot right there. 109 big blinds on that hand. That one helped out a lot. Next hand we're going to look at is also on a 10 NL table. We have a middle position raise to 3x. I just make a call with 9s. Deep stack. I've also got a deep stack. The big blind makes a call as well with 6-7 suited. He winds up flopping a straight and donk bets. The call here with 9s is borderline. It could be a fold with the donk bet. This player is pretty loose though, and I think there's quite a few hands that he could be betting right here. And I wind up turning my 9. Big card for me, and he jams all in here. And this play, there's not many hands that he would jam with right here, and 6-7 is going to be one of them. He could make this play with any overpair, any set, maybe even a flush draw, possibly a straight draw. It's such an overbet though, and I didn't put him on the straight because I thought a straight would try to at least suck some more money out of me here. Maybe this was a bad call as well. You could say that the flop call was probably worse than this call, but I can't get rid of the top set and make a call and wind up rivering the full house. That's one of those hands where, it could have very easily gone the other way, and that is why my green line is above my orange line here. That's probably this one right here maybe, or maybe right in here where the orange line went down, green line went up. So pretty soon I am going to be facing the opposite side of this as well, where my orange line and green line will be switched around. You can see that in my 100k challenge graph here that there is quite a bit of separation here, and that I'm due for some negative variance coming up. Alright, in this hand I have pocket kings in the small blind. Folds around to me, and we get in a little bit of a blind battle here. I make it 4x to go. He makes a call, and we wind up flopping top set. There's a flush draw out there, possible straight out there. I bet, try not to give away any free cards. He makes a call. The turn is another queen. I bet again, and he raises now with his trips. I have a full house. I come back over the top and jam all in here. I figured he was pot committed and he was not going to get rid of any hand. The only hand that I am really scared of right here is a possible straight flush that he could be playing. Maybe he has pocket queens, but I think that one's pretty much out of his range as well with just the pre-flop call. And he winds up making the call with trip queens. He rivers his full house, but my full house is higher. That was a big pot for me. It's kind of a loose call for him on the flop of such a strong board right there. Great river, or great turn for me. That turned queen allowed me to get the rest of my chips in the pot, gave him a strong hand and what he thought were probably outs on the river. Alright, let's take a look at another one. 10 NL table again. We have an under the gun +1 raised to 3x. I 4-bet with the aces, and we get a call to my left from a loose player. This player player has a 50% VPIP, only over 6 hands, so I don't have a lot of info on this player. I do know that this player is a non-regular. 365 in the pot. I bet 2/3 of the pot, and he jams all in. It's $5 for me to call in a pot of 13.28. I'm not going to be folding the aces here. If he hit his jack on the flop, good for him. You win the pot, or you're in the lead right now. I guess I still have outs, but he winds up showing king queen. He still has outs to the 10 here, misses them, and I pick up a large pot right there. All right, now we're going to take a look at ace king under the gun. I make it 3x. We get a call from a loose fish here from jack flipped. Okay, I remember this guy. Nutcracker 69 was playing out of his mind crazy, and he was just giving chips away. He would call literally every single flop and would fold every time to my turn bet, which was kind of crazy. I figured the ace king was, you know, pretty much the nuts here against this player pre-flop, so I make it a large bet, 13.25. I want him to be pot committed. He's got a large stack. I don't want to let him see a cheap flop with what he's been, you know, going to the flop with, you know, 71% VPIP. It's like any cards, you know, except for the worst possible hands. So I'm going to make it expensive for him to play. And he does make a call. This guy was hardly ever folding pre-flop or on the flop. It was nuts. So we have 27.50 in the pot. We are both less than 1 stack to pot ratio, and we are obviously both committed here. I make it 7.25 to, you know, try to make him stick around. I know my ace king is going to be good here, and maybe he hit a 10, and maybe he's just trying to hit a gut shot or something. 42 in the pot. I'm going to make any draw there, and he winds up folding the pot there. He's getting insane odds, but he somehow finds the fold button with 12.55 left in his stack. It's pretty much free money, guys. You know, you got to love when you have a player like this to your right. It's like having an ATM. You're just going to be printing money. Take a look at one more here. We have pocket kings in the hijack seats. We have an under the gun +2 raise. I 3-bet to 275. We're at a 25 NL table. The opener makes a call. We flop a pretty draw heavy board here with 2 diamonds, 9 high board. I continuation bet to 2/3 of the pot. He makes a quick call. I turn my king, which pretty much gives me the nuts here. I continuation bet again, 2/3 of the pot. I'm trying to make it a bet sizing so that I can get all of his chips in on the river. 875 into a pot of 22 is going to be a little bit more than 30 bucks, and that's about his stack size, so I can do a pot size bet on the river and get his whole stack in there. He makes a call. River is at 2. I know that card didn't help any of his hands out. You can see how well that one played out. His stack is a little bit less than the pot, so I can just jam here on the river, and he is pot committed at this point, but he does make a fold. He must have been chasing a flush down. Maybe he was chasing a straight. I thought when he called the turn that he would pretty much make any call there on the river. Take a look at one more. Another pocket kings. Lots of pocket kings in this session, you guys, and I was hitting tons of trips. It's nuts. Alright, so this one is on that same table that we were looking at before, and it's pretty much the same type of play. Jack flipped open to 4x, and we get a call from Nutcracker 69 in the hijack seat. I'm going to 3-bet here. We also get a call to my right, and I 3-bet to a little bit less than $5. Nutcracker does not have a fold button, so he makes a call, and we wind up flopping top set. Awesome. I make it a small bet because I want this player to stick around, even though he only has a fold on the flop of 29%, so I probably could have made it a little bit bigger and still gotten a call there, but I really wanted to induce a call here and have him stick around. Turn is the ace. There's now 24 in the pot. I didn't think there was any chance that he would be folding here, so I just jammed all in. This might have been a mistake. I could have bet small again, but he does find a fold button again. I cannot believe this guy is folding when he is so committed to this pot, but what are you gonna do? He actually said in the chat box after this one that he thought I hit the ace on the turn there, and therefore he folded it. He said he had king. I don't know if I believe him or not, because there's only 1 king left in the deck. What would you guys have done on this hand? Would you have made a smaller turn bet here to try to induce this player to call again? I think I probably should have. I thought I could get pretty much any hand to call here, though, being, you know, 14 into a $24 pot, and it's now 14 into a $38 pot for him to make the call. how. Would you guys have made this bet smaller, or would you have done exactly what I did? Let me know down in the comment section. That's a look at some of the big hands and interesting situations from that session. Since I am on such a heater, I'm going to get back out there and hit the tables. If you guys have not hit that subscribe button, make sure you do it right now. If you want this program, Hold'em Manager, America's Card Room, or any of the poker programs that I use, head down to the video description for the links to all those products, as well as to my social media. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and head over to America's Card Room, you guys, and I'll see you out on the virtual felt.